I'm here to ask for a little bit of help because I have a memory pop into my head that nobody else seems to remember, and it's driving me a little bit crazy. So in the year 2000, Rage Against the Machine, one of the biggest bands in the world, parted ways with their lead singer, Zach De La Rocha. And in 2002, that band got together with Chris Cornell, formerly the lead singer of Soundgarden, to form Audioslave. But before that, they did a couple songs with DMX. Now, for anybody who doesn't remember, DMX was the biggest thing in rap at the time, maybe the biggest thing in music, period. He released 2 albums that debuted at #1 and went platinum in 1998. His 3rd album came out in 1999 and did the same thing. His 4th album came out in 2001, same thing. He was doing movies at the time. He was the biggest thing going at the moment. So him getting together with that band was a big deal. MTV, Rolling Stone, outlets like that covered it, did articles about it, interviewed both sides. Both sides confirmed that there were a couple of songs done. Here I Come was supposed to be the lead song off the soundtrack to DMX's movie with Jet Li, Cradle to the Grave. We Gonna Get It Right was supposed to be the lead song off the soundtrack to the first Jackass movie. Both songs got pulled from those soundtracks with no explanation. In the end of late 2002, in the fall, Tim Comerford from Rage Against the Machine was asked about the songs, in particular, We Gonna Get It Right. He said that it was a great song, but they didn't want to release it at the moment because they didn't want to divert attention from what else they were doing. Their first album as Audioslave was coming out the next month. After that, there's no reference to the songs at all. No reference to any release, why they weren't released when they were supposed to, who owns the rights to them. Nobody on either side seems to have been asked what happened to those songs coming out. Now, obviously, we can't ask DMX because he's passed on, but those songs were supposed to be a thing, and nobody seems to remember that except for me right now. So am I going crazy, or does anybody else remember that? And does anybody else have those songs? You can find Here I Come if you're familiar with the old file sharing sites that we used to use back in the day, but We Gonna Get It Right had disappeared without a trace, and nobody else seems to even remember the conversation about those songs existing. So am I losing it, or does anybody else remember that? And does anybody know where to find We Gonna Get It Right? Because I want to hear that song.